then we'll invite questions from you. By the way, my name's Jeff Whiteman. I'm one of your announcers tomorrow. Questions from you, and then if you have booked one-to-one interviews, the opportunity to do that afterwards. And let's start with Reece Prescod, because you really do have a sprint finish at the end of 100 metres. How does that work over 60? Are you only just getting going?
Well, I think that for me, like obviously the last 2 years, I've kind of just like broken to the 100 metres, and for me it was kind of just I knew how to run up for it, but I didn't know how to start that well. But I feel like this year I've worked pretty hard in the winter. Obviously it's my first race there, and I've come and run 6:53.
Yeah.
Put a 10th on the UK, so now I'm just showing you guys that I can actually start now. So there's a little bit more to work on, but in terms of improvement, I can't really complain. I'm in a good place. So.
You're going to be potentially racing twice tomorrow. There's heats and finals of the men's 60, really loaded. The draws have already been made. What are your thoughts about racing twice in an hour and a half? Are you accustomed to that experience?
I think that's pretty fun, to be honest. Normally, if it's 100, it's a little bit more, but I feel like the 60 is quite quick and quite short, and it's obviously a quick turnaround. So I feel like it's just first round, get it out of the way, get used to it, and then final, just go for it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
What do you do in between, where you've got an hour? If it was an athlete like Laura Muir, she'd warm down, then she'd warm up again. What do you do? Go and put your feet up?
Warm down a little bit, have a jog, have a little bit back to eat, just chill out, listen to some music, warm back up again, and then just get ready for the final. I feel like you can't really stress yourself out too much. Just got to relax and enjoy yourself. So yeah. How
often have you raced Su Bing Chang?
About 4 or 5 times. Yeah.
Is he the danger man tomorrow, do you think?
I don't know. I don't really look at other competitors. For me, I just focus on my own lane, really. I feel like he's got his lane, he can do what he does. I've got mine, and I do what I do, and the outcome's the outcome, really. So I don't really think about anybody else. I just think of myself. So. Yeah.
And it's a sellout tomorrow. All the tickets have gone, barring any that get returned corporately. So a great atmosphere. Does that have an impact, or are you in the zone?
Definitely. I feel like for me, having people there to actually watch the talent and actually perform is a really good opportunity. I raced in Berlin, and I feel like that was a really good show. I mean, it was a full stadium, and it was good to just start the season like that. So I feel like returning to a home and Birmingham, I feel like it's a great opportunity. I've had good memories in Birmingham for outdoors, obviously, like 2-time national champions, so that was good. So to kind of come back indoors and run, just put on a show for the British fans. So yeah.
Do you think your profile's as high as it should be with everything you've achieved over the last couple of years, or are you not bothered about things like that?
It depends, really. Because for me, I'd rather be known for actually getting a job done, if you get what I mean. Like, loads of followers and all that kind of stuff is good, and profile's good, but when it comes down to performing, and do you perform or not, that's my question. So, and I like to perform. I like the followers and stuff, that all comes with, the profile and whatever, but I'm just down to perform and run fast, so that's all I care about.
And wearing a Paris Saint-Germain shirt there.
Yeah, I feel like the Nike PSG stuff is quite cool and quite fashionable in the moment, so I just thought I'd rock it and throw some glasses on top, so yeah.
A nice look. Very good. Elaine, let's turn to you. Welcome back. You customarily do start your season in Birmingham indoors. You've done it for the last couple of years, haven't you? What are your expectations this time?
Good morning, everyone. Well, it's glad to be back in Birmingham. I'm expecting to do well tomorrow. A lot of memories are here because I ran my PB 698 2 years ago, so I'm looking for great things tomorrow.
And how would you compare it? You've had one performance outdoors. Outdoor 60 is a bit of an alien concept to us. Where do you think you go quickest?
Well, I ran 724 for my first outdoor. That's the slowest I've ever ran outdoor, but I'm not worried about the time that I run outdoor, but I'm just looking forward to deliver tomorrow. We have 2 rounds. I like to have rounds, so it makes me to feel more comfortable and prepare more. If the first one is not good, I know I can go back and just do better, so I'm just looking forward to everything tomorrow.
And the same question as I asked Rhys, the heats haven't been drawn, at least I haven't seen the draw for the women's 60 heats, but what do you do in that short gap between heats and finals? And do you enjoy it, or are you nervous when you have to race twice in a day?
Well, I'm not nervous. As I said, it helps me to do better. So for the heats, you're going to do, preserve a lot for the finals. So tomorrow, just take it step by step to the rounds, and then the finals will speak for itself.
Who do you think the danger competitors are tomorrow?
Well, I heard some good quieter names. I know Talu is here. I don't know if the what's her name? The leader of the World Indoor Tour. I don't know if she's here, but I saw quite a few lineups. I know 2 of my Jamaican teammates are here, so I'm just looking forward for a good lineup tomorrow.
Do you, British sprinting, male and female, is on somewhat of a revival. Do you follow that? Do you follow what's happening in Britain with people like Dina Asher-Smith, European Championships? They're not an event that necessarily goes worldwide. But are you a student of what your other competitors are doing?
Yes, I follow up a lot because track and field is my main sport. So I watch everybody to compete. I like to see everybody compete. It boosts me to go out there and compete and to work harder. So I like to watch everybody.
Now, Juan Miguel, we're going to bring his coach in because English isn't his first language, and his coach has asked me to speak very slowly. What could possibly go wrong? Daniel, so we're going to ask about Juan Manuel's current form. How is he jumping at the moment?
¿Cómo te sientes en este minuto? ¿Cuánto puedes saltar en este momento?
Bueno, en estos momentos,
Primero, aceptar a cada uno de nosotros.
bueno, me siento bastante bien. Le doy muchas las gracias a los organizadores por haberme invitado. He estado aquí dos veces. Me siento muy contento, ya que este fue el lugar donde yo crecí en mi nombre, mi primera medalla mundial, y estoy muy contento por estar aquí. Me siento bastante bien, pero aún no les puedo decir cuánto puedo aceptar mañana. Espero un buen resultado. Hemos estado trabajando bastante. Me siento muy bien, muy a gusto aquí, y esperemos mañana salga un buen resultado.
You need to translate that word for word, okay, Daniel? Let's get all of it, every nuance.
So, I'm trying. So, first he said that he is very happy for stay here again. He gives thanks to Birmingham because he win his first big medal here the last year in the Indoor Championship, and he remember his moment live all time in his mind. So for tomorrow, he said that he don't know how long he can to jump because he was many times without competition, but he's working hard. That he said that hope a good result tomorrow, but he came to do how long he can to jump.
When you were both here a year ago, the weather was horrendous. Laura Muir nearly didn't make it to the championship because of the snow. I don't imagine you get a lot of that in Cuba. What were your recollections of the last time you were in Birmingham?
So, it's asking for him. So, como es algo parecido, ¿cómo te sientes de haber, decir, en tu regreso ahora en Birmingham, de haber ganado?
Bueno, me siento muy contento. Es un gran honor estar nuevamente aquí. Fue un lugar donde me vio alcanzar mi primera medalla de oro con solo 19 años. Estoy muy contento. Darle las gracias reiteradamente por haberme invitado a esta competencia y espero disfruten el espectáculo de mañana.
So the language is similar to the first, you know. So he said that he's very happy again.
He's thought out.
Yeah, but he hoped that everyone that coming tomorrow to the competition enjoy to his show because he will give his heart in the competition.
And final question for him. Tomorrow, the IAAF World Indoor Tour standings for the long jump will be finalised. It's the last event in the men's long jump, and it's a tie at the moment between him and the Swedish competitor. Is there a bit of pressure about who comes out on top?
So,
Was I too fast there?
yeah, he said me that you speaking very, very fast.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, tomorrow, the World Indoor Tour standings finish for the
Yeah,
long jump.
yeah.
And right now, it's a tie between him and the Swedish athlete.
Yeah.
Pressure or not?
Que si sientes presión porque estás empatado con que si sientes alguna presión porque estás empatado con él.
He doesn't look like a man that suffers from pressure, does he?
Yeah, no, that part.
Bueno, decirse presión no la tengo. No he estado trabajando en ganar el Tour, solamente he trabajado en mejorar mis aspectos técnicos. Creo que mi mejor temporada debe ser la de verano. Estamos trabajando para ver qué es lo que nos falta. Llevaba mucho tiempo sin competir. En las competencias anteriores han visto que he tenido muchas dificultades con mi carrera de impulso y mi técnica y estamos trabajando poco a poco en esto. Vamos a ver cómo concluye la competencia de mañana y decir así, estoy muy contento por estar presente en todas estas competencias.
So, after to answer, I have one question. Anybody speak Spanish here?
You worried if you get found out? Would you translate?
No, you? Okay, no problem.
You're okay, you're on your own.
Yeah.
You're on your
So he said that he don't have a big pressure, but because he was working about his fundamental technical and his run approach, but for tomorrow he think that he can to jump very good, but his best performance he's coming in the summer. It's not here. It's not tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, thank you. We'll turn now to Laura Muir. I'll do the translation for anybody not understanding Scottish. Are you looking forward to it? Because increasingly, as we see you, you're becoming one of the star turns. You're the final event on. There's expectations around a British record. Do you mind that sort of thing?
Not really, no. I just love to race, and I've got fond memories of competing here in Birmingham, both last year at the World Championships and then the year before, breaking the 1K record. So, no, I'm excited. I'm really excited to go out there and race and put on a good show for closing the programme.
And we're counting down to Glasgow, your home track, effectively, through the winter. Do you get nervous? I heard last week that when the autograph hunters came surging towards you, Coach Andy collected in all the items, you signed them on a table and then gave them back, so you weren't at risk of getting any lurgies from any half-term school kids. Is it that sort of, staying in cotton wool for the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, no, my coach the other day, he hates February just because there's so many colds coming around and you're racing and you're exposed to so many people, but at the same time you want to pay attention to the fans and give them the autographs and stuff, so it's difficult, but it's just a matter of, I know I'm in fantastic shape now, we just need to try and hold that to Glasgow and just try not get ill, try not pick up any injuries, and just, pretty much bubble wrap mode right now until Glasgow.
And that British record, you've had a couple of goes at it on previous occasions. What's it going to take for you to take that down? What will it need? Good pacemaking, or just you to be feeling good at the right time?
Yeah, I think we didn't kind of set out to do a record tomorrow. For me, the most important thing for me tomorrow is just to win the race and execute the race well. And if I could run fast and fantastic, if I can get the record, then even better. But yeah, this is the first time I've gone for the mile record indoors. I've had a couple attempts outdoors. But I mean, if I could get it tomorrow, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, it's just, for me, it's just running well and running confidently and running to 100%. And I know if I can do that, then I should have a good time in me. Yeah.
When Kelly Holmes presented you with your Scottish Athlete of the Year award back in November, she introduced you as the next Olympic champion. And given that she's got 2 titles herself, does that get on your nerves, or is that something you've just got to roll with a little bit?
I think when a double Olympic champion introduces you like that, I think you've got to go with it. Yeah, I mean, for someone to say that, it's it's very, very nice to hear. But for someone who's been there and gone and done it in your events, then that's very special. So, yeah, definitely, I'm going to take it as it comes. But at the same time, not put that pressure on myself. There's still a little bit of time out yet, and I need to focus on Glasgow right now, and then Doha, and then we'll look towards next year.
Questions from you, Larry.
Start with Rhys. Rhys, enjoyed your finish in the 100 meters.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's 60 this weekend.
Yeah.
You've been working on some improvements.
Yeah.
If you worked on a little bit on your start, where do you think your start is right now?
Yeah, I feel like for me, you've got to just break down your 100-meter race and look at, what's working well, what's not working well, and obviously would be the start, if you get what I mean. Last year I ran a personal best of 9.94, so I took a 10th off, which was good to start with. But then you realise, the guys I'm racing against now, they're getting 60 very, very quickly. So now I've just got to figure out, how am I going to get there around the same time, or if not, just a little bit off, so I can actually run well. So winter, I've just been working on the start really. I spoke to my gym coach, can we get stronger in deeper positions? Spoke to my technical coach. British Athletics have got a biomech team as well. So he really broke down what's going on, and I've kind of tried so many different things. Tried my arms wide, arms narrow, new settings, lifting the block plates up. We tried so many different things, and I kind of luckily found something that actually worked for me. And we said, let's try it in Berlin and see what happens. First round did it, and it was better. And then the final I came in around 6:53 personal best. So it's definitely in a better place. But now I've got to try and just get it even better. Tomorrow again is going to be a test, and my coach doesn't really care about the time of what I run. He just wants to see, do I get this start right? Can I do it in a pressured environment? Because for athletes, a lot of athletes, we go to training and we try so many different things, and then it's like, okay, well, we've tried that in training, but can we do it in a race? And then, you know, it's a big stadium, the crowd's there, and you're like, can I try it, or do I just go back to what I know? So it's just, you know, using the early race in the indoor season to practice what you know, and then for outdoors, being able to actually execute that properly. So in terms of start, I think it's definitely in a better place, and just got to get it better.
Rhys and Elaine, the press conference that preceded this was the publication of the IAAF biomechanical report from the London World Championships in 2017, and one of the things that emerged from that is that women react at exactly the same speed to the gun, no difference whatsoever, and by and large in both races over 100, the positions at 10 metres remain largely unchanged. Is that how you feel it in a race?
Definitely, I feel like for across women and men, I feel like if she was to put a lane with some of the guys I know, she'd definitely beat them over 10, maybe even 20. I don't know, I feel like as the race goes on, obviously it starts to difference, but I feel like the first 10 metres, you know, jumpers can start nowadays, everyone can start. You just got to push for the first 4 steps. So I feel like across the board, like the first 10 metres can be anyone, but it's just later on, obviously, when things get going, you start to see a bit of the difference. So
yeah.
I feel like with the biomechanical report, you kind of have a look at that, and it's interesting to see, you know, what splits are going on, where people are getting to 10, 20 and 30. Then I compare them and be like, well, if so-and-so's there at 60, I've got to be near there.
Yeah.
And then you just start to work off that, really.
Because you are one that bucks that trend generally, because you do come through strongly over the last 20 as a rule, don't you?
Yeah. So I feel like but to have a lot of strong finish, you've got to have quite a decent start. But nowadays, I can't rely on a super finish, because everyone's pretty quick. So you've got to close the gap at the start, really. So.
Elaine, do you train with men, and do you show them the way out of the blocks?
Sometimes I train with the men, but normally I sprint with the women. But as he said everything pretty clearly. Sometimes it's different when the first 10 meters sprinter probably are like a 1 step ahead of you, but sometimes I have to stay pretty close because I'm a fast finisher as him, so I'm not a really quick starter. Sometimes I have to just pace myself right next to the person, so whenever I accelerate, I know I'm meeting it from there.
Yes, Larry, sorry, carry on.
Elaine, you have a non-championship year, obviously, in indoor, and you've had some injury issues over the last couple of years. Where do you place indoor in building this season?
Well, this year is a work in progress for me. The Achilles is not 100%, but I'm working on that, doing a lot of therapy treatment. I'm pretty excited about this year. 2017 was a downfall for me at World Championship. Last year was also a downfall. Didn't have a great season last season, Achilles, hamstring. So I'm looking forward. I'm trying the best not to get any injury, even though I can't prevent injuries. They do come. It's a part of the sport. But I'm working on my fitness and my health this year. So I'm looking forward for a decent season this year.
You keep going, Larry, yeah.
For Juan, Miguel, could you compare how you felt when you jumped in Karlsruhe and how you felt when you jumped a week later?
Ya. Puedes comparar cómo te sientes cuando saltaste en carro y cómo te sientes ahora.
Bueno, en estos momentos me siento mucho mejor. Karlsruhe fue mi primera competencia hace prácticamente 7 meses que llevaba sin competir. Me sentí algo desvinculado, no me encontraba muy bien, pero en estos momentos ya hemos trabajado, había estos problemas que tuve en las competencias anteriores y en estos momentos me siento mucho mejor. Espero mañana me salga un mejor resultado del que estaba esperando esta competencia.
So he said that compared with Carro on this moment, is better. Very different to Carro. And he hoped that tomorrow he can to jump very well. Okay.
You going to go for full house, Larry?
If I can.
Go on, keep going.
All right, Laura. So your coach and you seem to start out with the indoor season was a 5,000 the last couple of years. Okay, so being the glutton for punishment that you are sometimes, are we going to see you run a 10 in the next couple of years?
Depends who has their way, I think. I like the short distances. I love running 8s. I love running 15s. I think I'll stretch to a 5. A 10's a big jump, especially on the track. I wouldn't mind it so much on the road, but yeah, certainly I think for this year and next year you probably won't see it. After that, I can't make any promises, but I'm going to try and stay at the shorter stuff if I can. But my coach may well think of pushing it up a bit later on. Yeah.
How did you feel in that 5,000 at the beginning of the season?
Really good, yeah. I think, I love racing indoors, and I think psychologically, I find the 5K indoors a little bit easier because it's just 200-meter laps. You know, you can just do 5 laps as a K, just think of it K, 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 K. So yeah, I find it quite easy kind of running it indoors and just running at my own pace. So yeah, it'd be interesting to do one outdoors and really kind of mix it with the girls because I feel like I've not really had a good shot at an outdoor 5K yet. So yeah, whenever that comes, it'll be interesting to see where I can place outdoors in that event too.
Let's just have a quick virtual race. If you had a perfect start and perfect training leading up to it, what could you run for 400 metres? Laura Muir first.
I've not done one in quite a few years, but I think I've run 55 low, so maybe I could get into 54.
54?
Yeah.
Juan Miguel, what could he do for 400 metres? What sort of time could he run for a 400 metres? We're having a race here.
Yeah.
Elaine, have your answer ready. And Reece.
No.
Oh, you so DNS. Elaine, what could you run for 400?
Honestly, my PB is 55 right now, but my target this year, if I do get any, 51, 52.
Okay. Reece.
Like full training.
Yeah.
Has to be
For
full.
training,
Like actually.
Well, like if we had it in 6 weeks' time.
Oh no, that's something. If it was like, you know, I was focusing on 4, it's got to be 44 something. I think personally.
Is it?
But that's the, yeah. I'd have
See,
to-
Laura was getting her hopes up at this end with her 54, and now you just dashed them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's somewhere in 44. Everyone thinks I can run a 4. I could probably get to 3 really quickly, but it just depends on that last 100. So I've got to be strong for that. So.
Will that be on the agenda for you one day?
I think, yeah, not now, not for a while. I feel like I've got to just get over this 1 to 2 first, and actually try 2 again.
Yeah.
Then once we deal with 2 and I'm comfortable with 2 again, then I can maybe move on to 4. But I'm just taking relationship by relationship. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bit by bit.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. If you've booked a 1-to-1, there will be the opportunity for that.